Hello everyone and welcome to my first Explorer video. For those that don't know, Explorer is basically pioneer-lite, where you can only use the cards that are available in Arena that's legal in Pioneer format. So this is a new format that was introduced with Streets of New Capenna. So we're going to be taking a look at this deck with a new Planeswalker that came out with the Streets of New Capenna, which is Ob Nix. So let's take a look at the deck. So this is Rakdos Midrange, which is a fairly popular deck in Pioneer. I wouldn't call it tier 1, but probably around tier 2 or tier 1.5. But of course, with Streets of New Capenna, we do have to add some new cards to the deck just to test out how some of the cards feel compared to the old Rakdos Midrange that already exists in Pioneer. There's going to be a couple of new cards that we're going to be playing. One being Ob Nix, the Adversary. This is 3-mana Planeswalker. This is a very strong Planeswalker that can kind of take over the game if you don't answer it quickly. Because what's going to happen is, if I have a 2-mana creature on turn 2, then if I followed it up with this Ob Nix, I can casualty for X, which means make another copy of Ob Nix by sacrificing the creature that I have, and its power of the creature will become the new loyalty for the copied Ob Nix. So when you resolve that, especially against a control deck, they're gonna have a really tough time because you're gonna have 2 Ob Nix constantly plussing for 2 damage unless they discard a card. And you can also make pesky 1/1s as well, kind of chip away their life. As for 2-drops, we're gonna be playing Tenacious Underdog, which is also a new card, which is a 2-mana 3/2, has a blitz cost for 4 mana and paying 2 life, which means that it gains haste, but at the end of the turn you have to sacrifice this card, but you get to draw a card. But what's really nice is that you can constantly cast this from the graveyard to the battlefield. But this is going to be a really nice target that you can just sacrifice to the Ob Nix. This is another 2-mana 3/2 creature that we're going to be playing, which is Bloodtide Harvester. It's a very nice removal spell that is in disguise of a creature. So these are creatures that we're going to be playing that are going to be sacrificed to the Ob Nix. Otherwise, we do have cards like Graveyard Trespasser and Bonecrusher Giant and Fable of the Mirror Breaker in the 3 slot that you can also sacrifice to Ob Nix. But other than the Bonecrusher Giant, you really don't want to sacrifice these creatures because they do so much for the deck. And on the top end, we are playing 2 copies of Launderer, which is a card that we're going to be testing out. I do believe this card is actually very good, especially with Fable of the Mirror Breaker, being able to copy the Body Launderer. You copy the Body Launderer, you attack with it. At the end of the turn, you sacrifice with Body Launderer, then you get another creature back from the graveyard. It's going to be either Bloodtide Harvester, Tenacious Underdog, and Graveyard Trespasser because they all have 3 attacks. And at the same time, this does have Death Touch, and it has potential to grow using the Connive mechanic. And for a 4-mana card, it's doing a lot of things, which I like, but I don't know if it's good enough to be played over other cards like Sorin, for example, in this deck. So again, we're just testing out new cards. But other than that, we are playing 25 lands because I cannot for the life of me get my 4th land drop in this deck. So I decided to add Hagra's Mauling. So if you don't have a problem getting that 4th land drop, you can just cut this card for something else. So that's it for the main board. So we're going to be talking about the sideboard. Of course, it's a new set. People are going to be playing different things, so sideboarding is going to be a little bit harder. So first of all, we got 2 copies of Duress for additional hand disruption. And then we're playing 3 copies of Ray of Enfeeblement against Greasefang and Naya Winota. Then you got 2 copies of Soulguide Lantern for Graveyard Hate. Then you got 1 more copy of Thoughtseize for hand disruption. Then you got Feed the Swarm, remove things like Rest in Peace if they do bring it. Then you got a copy of Legion's End for creature matchups. And you got 1 copy of Goblin for Graveyard Hate and hand disruption as well. And then we're going to be playing 2 copies of the Nightclubber. This is going to be a test. I don't know if this card is actually good. So what you can do is you play Nightclubber. You can Kiki-Jiki the Nightclubber to get an additional -1/-1 trigger that turn. And then you got 2 copies of Kolaghan's Command, which are going to be used heavily against decks that have a bunch of artifacts. And lastly, this is the best of 1 version, and I had a pretty rough time in the ladder. And that's because there's a lot of Naya Winotas right now. Hence the reason why we are playing 4 copies of Mihawk Massacre. And then you're going to be meeting a bunch of people that play Greasefang decks, so that's where the Graveyard Trespasser comes out. But the biggest problem in the best out of 1 ladder is not because of Naya Winota and not because of Greasefang decks, and it's rather because of people that are playing things like Tybalt's Trickery. So if you don't have Thoughtseize on turn 1, at that point it's going to be mostly a dice roll. And in best out of 1, there's also a lot of angels as well. And angels do kind of run over this deck without the sideboard. But if you insist, if you want to play best out of 1 with this deck, go ahead. This is the list I played. I went exactly 50% win rate. I will tell you that about 40% of the games that I played, it was kind of a non-game where I just lost to Tibble's Trickery or against angel decks that I can't really get rid of because they're so big. But anyways, that's all I have to say about the deck. I do think the deck is pretty good, but again, this is day 2 of Streets of New Capenna, so definitely don't suggest crafting anything just yet. If you want to see how the deck performs, I'm going to be heading into some ranked games of best out of 1 and best out of 3. So if you're interested, stick around. Otherwise, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye. Beautiful. Beautiful. Watch it be Winota. I have Mihawk Massacre. Ooh, it's not Winota. Oh no. Counter spell tribal. How much do you believe in my opponent having a counter spell here? Don't say it. No, Censor Gamer! Censor Gamer. What could they possibly have? It's probably another Censor, right? They're gonna cycle a Censor here. Sinister Sabotage? Okay, buddy. What could they possibly have to counter this Bone Crusher Giant? Nothing. That's what I thought. Dark Typhoon. For 0. Fatal Push? Oh my god. Well, I'll just run this Ob Nix out naked. Without casualty.
I've conquered entire plains. One city will be. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
They're stuck on lands. Get rid of that. Ooh, Chandra. So opponent did play Sinister Sabotage and Censor. Would they have another counterspell for Chandra here? No, they don't.
You wanna go, tough guy?
Oh, that's actually insane. Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. Oh, my opponent really wants to beat Winota. They want to board wipe every single turn. Alright. Okay. Could be a Winota deck. I think it is just a Winota deck. Right? No? Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is just a Winota deck. Attack you for 3. Ooh, okay. Ob Nix. So what's gonna happen here? So let's do this.
I don't need respect.
We'll have a
Just
chump blocker,
obedience.
and we'll plus.
Shake down the locals. Pleasure doing business with you.
I might actually get rid of the Essica's Chariot if they attack. Yeah. We need a land though. We need some lands. Land? Any lands?
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
Okay.
Go sow some chaos.
The annoying thing is they're gonna make Hovelar next turn, huh? And we don't have lands. Really need to get a land drop. Come on, land, I believe in you. Dear God. How many cards was that? 3 cards? That's unfortunate. I could have taken the safer route, but I didn't think it's a 24 land deck, you know? It is a 24 land deck. So 2 are going here, 2 are going there.
Well, now. Not worth the effort.
And surely next turn I draw a land, right? Surely. There it is. I mean, unfortunately, we are going to lose Ob Nix because we couldn't draw lands for eternity.
By coin
But you know.
or carnage, tribute is owed.
Unfortunate.
Next time, I'll cut you down.
Wow, they shouldn't have played that so that this transforms, right? Let's play Crocs out. Then play Greater Trespasser. We might actually have this. We might still have it. That would be impressive if we won this. When we were stuck on lands forever at 3. You may attack me for 6. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Sure. That is an interesting card. Let's see if my opponent does decide to block here. I mean, they have to. No chance they don't. In life, I think I will play Body Launderer. Death Touch 3/3. Oh, that is good. That is good. Okay. We do have Bone Crusher Giant, so... They also have to block this. Okay. And then I'm going to kill the Brutal Cathar. And... Bone Crusher Giant or Harvester? I think I'm gonna go with the Harvester here. Right now, opponent has only one non-human, so even if they top deck, it's just going to generate one more. Okay. So... this is happening for sure. Oh. 3 blockers, 3 attackers. -1, -1. Actually, they're gaining life here, right? They're gaining life here. Okay, Gilded Goose is definitely annoying. What a card. I mean, they have to block. I mean, actually, they don't need to. They technically don't need to. Okay. Oh, this is actually a pretty nutty hand. They play this first. Then we play this. Tenacious Underdog. Minus Casualty Ob Nix. Sounds pretty good. Wow, they mulled to 5. Is this Aw, come on, opponent. Don't you want to have fun? Oh, thank God. You know what? If that's your fun, you know. If that's what makes you smile, what can you do? Minus or plus? I guess I can just minus first and then plus. Start plussing next turn.
Oh, I have a job for you.
Because now I can make another Ob Nix if I wanted to. And it's probably better to just go these things. You can't be serious that you have another Tibble's Trickery. I hate this game. I hate this game. Okay. Plus gain to life. Plus gain to life.
Tribute is owed. Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
Chandra.
I knew you needed my help. This will be easy.
Can I play that as a land? I guess not. Okay, they discard. Okay. So let's see. Greasefang is a white card, so Ray of Enfeeblement does work. Fatal Push is good. Thoughtseize is good. Go Blank and Soulguy Lantern. Let's go down on Ob Nix. I don't think Ob Nix is that good of a card here. Bone Crusher Giant is definitely bad. For sure. Maybe go like this, actually. Something like that. Let's try this. One land? Actually, that's... Never mind. What a card? Let's play that before we get Thoughtseized. Um... Target creature gets -4, -1 until the end of the turn. Can we kind of like bait it out like this? This is instant speed. I don't want a Soul Guy Lantern just yet. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Blood Tithe Harvester. Fatal Push, sure. Okay. Shock. Okay, Fable. Okay, I see, I see. Launderer. Do they have any creatures? Yes, they do. It's either Trespasser or Fable. I think I'm gonna actually go Fable first, so that I can look for more removal spells. Okay, blood. Wow, why didn't they just play this? I would have just played that. Right? Because this is 5 mana, they have exactly 5 mana. Yeah, I don't know about that. I do not know about that. Let's get rid of that. So let's get rid of Tenacious Underdog. Thoughtseize is kind of useless right now, right? Get rid of the Grease Fang. I mean, at this point, like, might as well. Okay, that worked out. Okay. I do need to kill that thing. You need to kill that. These are treasures. Sure. Got a bunch of cars. You know, actually, I think this is the matchup where you bring Nightclubber. So you can Nightclubber, copy the Nightclubber with Kiki Jiki, and then kill it. this out. Well, hold up, hold up. Full control. Draw a card. Kill the Kiki-Jiki. There you go. Don't tell me you have another deadly dispute. Okay, thank God. No, not another Fable. Imagine if my opponent didn't discard the Sky Sovereign and then just played it. I think I would have just lost. Because I didn't... Yeah, I should have actually thought about that. So in this matchup, you probably want to bring in some Colligans come in. Okay. Yeah, I do need some life, so let's go with this. Okay. Then we're going to Ob Nix.
I'm not afraid.
So this means that... Okay. This means that we won. Okay.